previously on MasterChef Australia.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Kath and Declan were in a prickly situation.
Bring us a dish that is a fiesta, not a siesta.
They fought for the final spot in tonight's immunity cook.
Declan, that is where it's at. You've done it really, really well.
Then the three amigos cooked with cactus to win a secret advantage.
Got bloody prickly pears in me.
Oh, sugar.
No.
Hopefully all those needles aren't in the dish.
Loved the presentation.
The little pops of the strawberry cactus was a really smart way to use it.
Brent, congratulations.
Tonight,
Wow.
a location like this
Wow.
can only mean an epic battle for immunity.
Wow. God.
I wonder how old it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been an incredible week, you know, touring around my beautiful state of Victoria. We've been to All Saints Estate, we've been to Cactus Country, which was way out of left field, and yeah, I've really enjoyed myself this week.
It's huge.
This is where they make brainwaves.
What about vitamins?
Yeah. I could make vitamins today.
Oh, you can make vitamins today, Theo.
Wonder what's inside.
Oh, wow. Holy Wow.
It's out of control, the size of this place. It's monstrous. Kind of reminds me of Bunnings Warehouse, you know, where us three tradies are in there every weekend during the week, you know, so feel at home.
It actually feels like it's never ending.
I'm getting pumped.
Nearly there. Come on. Hey, how cool is this?
Awesome.
Welcome to the Stick Shed here in Matawa. This is the only remaining emergency grain store, and it was built in World War II. It's a heritage-listed cultural icon. This incredible structure used to store all types of locally grown grains. It's over 200 metres long, and it's almost 20 metres high. And today, it's where we will decide which of you three will become the first contestant into finals week. Theo, end of a big road trip, but how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm excited. This is an epic setting. Reminds me of my dad's shed on the farm that he keeps all this stuff in. Just like half the size, I reckon.
Oh, half the size?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's a big shed.
Wow, big Greek shed.
It's not big.
Declan, I'm guessing you didn't think that you'd be top 5.
Absolutely not. Even hearing that's giving me goosebumps. But yeah, just seeing sort of how I've evolved over time and how much I've learnt and the knowledge that I've grown on, it's amazing. And I'll be able to carry that with me throughout my life.
Nice. Brent, mate, you are literally this far away from finals week.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that?
Yeah, look, I think about it a little bit, but it's still, you know, for me, it's just next cook, next cook. So try not to get wrapped up in going right down there, but yeah, I'd love to get to, you know, finals week.
Well, gotta cook one good dish. That's all it could take.
Yeah.
Well, looking at that beautiful but massive dining table down there, you might have guessed, today's a service challenge. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to cook and dine in this amazing space. This service, it'll consist of an entree, a main, and a dessert. Each of you, you'll cook one of those courses.
Nice.
And your course must feature one of the ingredients underneath the cloth behind us. Should we find out what they are?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah?
No surprises here. It's grains.
Okay.
These are some of the ingredients that were once stored here. We've got chickpeas, wheat, green lentils, fava beans, and pearl barley. Now, Brent, yesterday you won a massive advantage. Do you want to hear what it is?
Yeah, tell me.
You'll get first pick of both which grain you have to feature and which course you feature it in. Entree, main, or dessert.
Good one. That's a nice advantage.
You'll be picking dessert, won't you?
Can't wait.
Go on, let's pick a grain first, mate.
Okay.
Want to come and have a look?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with green lentils.
Already?
Yeah.
Straight in.
Okay, which course? Entree, main, or dessert?
I'm gonna go with entree.
All right, Brent, so you're cooking an entree featuring green lentils.
Yep.
So, they're off the table, guys.
Yep.
Declan, Theo, to make the next choice, I think it's about time we played the old-fashioned rock, paper, scissors, don't you?
Look, love a bit of rock, paper, scissors. As long as I don't get dessert, I should be all right today.
I'm going to go 3, and then you guys go, OK?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. You picked rock.
Yeah.
You picked paper.
Yeah.
You win. So, Theo, you can either choose which course you'd like to cook or which grain you would like to use. Theo, what are you picking?
I'm going to pick main for my course.
Declan, that means you have dessert.
Yep.
But it also means that you get to choose one. What's it going to be, mate? Remember, you're cooking dessert.
Yeah. I am absolutely stumped. Without a doubt, dessert is going to be the hardest course to feature your grain in. Like, it is a bit of a disaster. I'm pretty stressed out. I'm going to go the pearl barley. I feel like if I can somehow turn this pearl barley into dessert, I may be in with a chance.
Theo, the last choice is yours, mate. For main course, what are you choosing?
I'll take chickpeas.
All right, mate.
For today's grain service challenge, we have Brent on entree with green lentils, Theo on mains with chickpeas, and Declan, you're on dessert with pearl barley. Each cook will have 3 hours before the dishes need to start leaving the pass. The start time of each course will be staggered, of course, to allow for service to flow smoothly. Each of you will be feeding 25 diners, as well as the 3 of us. Of course, you have access to a fully stocked pantry, and the best course will win the final immunity of the season, securing your spot in finals week and the top 4.
Oh,
You
what a
all want
prize.
that.
Man, come on, guys.
It's time to separate the wheat from the chaff. Good luck, Brent. Your 3 hours starts now.
I'm pumped. This whole road trip, it's all been leading up to this service challenge. So this is massive. I would love to take the win today and be the first person into finales week.
I'm not gonna let these wallies win. I got the advantage. I got to pick what I wanted, and I'm just gonna, put up a really delicious dish. So today I'm doing like a Sri Lankan dal, and then I'm gonna have like this flaky, hot smoked rainbow trout on top, some beautiful fresh herbs, and then a nice little tempeh oil.
I know for a fact that time is going to be my enemy today. I've got 25 hungry diners that want to get their entree on time.
Okay, let's get it good. Right, going. So I'm gonna do 10. I believe I'll get about 4 people per one.
I know how delicious a hot smoked rainbow trout is, but I also know there's a lot of work from butterflying it, curing it, and then smoking it. I'm curing the rainbow trout with salt and sugar, which just draws out the moisture. And then after they're cooked, I've got a mammoth task in getting all these bones out, and there is hundreds in a rainbow trout. So it's a fine line between, it's delicious, but there's a lot.
I get onto the dal.
I saw your face drop when there was no hibachis, so
Same as you, buddy.
Go, Brent. Come on, Brent. Let's go. Brent Tools with the lentils. Wow, look where we are. We're in the stick shed. What a beautiful moment in the kitchen. It's just mind-blowing, 20 metres high. We had a bit of a competition about how many poles were in here. I said 320, but there's about 500 odd. So just a beautiful historical site. Looking good, Yeah, Brent. yeah, Keep well it up, done. buddy. Come on.
Brent,
Entree.
What's the dish?
So the dish is sort of a Sri Lankan dal.
Okay.
And then on top of that will be a flaky smoked trout. And then I'll make a tempeh oil with curry leaf and ginger and garlic.
Yep.
And then zesty, herby salad, full of, vibrance to just lift everything up.
Sounds good.
Like, if you can nail this,
Yeah.
that's a cracker of an idea. For
Yeah.
sure, and I think, you got a mission on you with the fish.
Yeah.
Trout's got a lot of bones. You're going to have to be really careful because 25 diners out there plus us three,
Yeah.
every plate needs to be the same, not one bone
Yep.
in any plate. But you just have to get the trout right.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Better be good, mate, because Big Theo's coming in.
Oh, I'm coming for you.
What's he doing, lamb?
Brent, you've had 45 minutes, which means, Theo, your 3 hours starts now.
Today I have got laser vision. I know what I'm going to cook. I ended up picking chickpeas and I am cooking the main dish today. Chickpea stew with a slow roasted lamb shank. And it's going to have Moroccan vibes in it. I'm going for something kind of like what you would maybe serve to the workers that we're here, but in a more refined way. The first thing I'm starting on is getting my chickpeas on, getting that stew ticking away. For the base, I've got my onions with my garlic, carrots and celery, and before I do that, I'm going to add all the spices. I have literally every single spice known to man in here. I'm going to build that flavour that I want. I want to get this prep knocked out so fast that I have plenty of time to balance and, refine the dish. That's the most important thing today.
As I'm waiting to cook, I've still got no idea what I'm going to do. Like dessert and pearl barley. My mind is blank right now, so I really need to come up with something. I'm like, all right, we're going to start from ground zero.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Yeah.
You can,
Yeah.
you've got this.
Oh,
Yeah.
hope so. Probably the most important cook in the competition so far.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
This is going to be tough. This is going to be very, very tough.
Come on, Theo.
Come on,
Look
Theo.
at
Come on, buddy.
Get that stew on. So you're just going to get that on and then get your shanks in.
Yeah, correct.
Yep. Nice. You on track? You're just frying your onions and stuff?
I think so. I think I'm on track, yeah.
Yeah.
So the way I'm picturing this Moroccan-inspired chickpea stew is I want it to be more of a thicker consistency and give it a really rich flavour. Something that's really hearty and heavy.
Yeah, Theo. Come on, mate.
Everything just needs to work in harmony, and I think if I present it in a way that doesn't look like it's just a bowl of stew, then I think I can get the win.
Theo?
Hey, guys.
how are you, mate?
Yeah, good.
What's on the menu, mate?
We have Moroccan-inspired chickpea stew with lamb shanks.
On or off the bone?
Off the bone, I'm thinking.
Good.
Just little flaky pieces to go
Yeah.
with the stew because I don't want to overpower.
I think that's great. Talk to me about the chickpea stew. Saucy number?
It's going to be like a jammy sort of number.
Jammy.
What's jammy, mate?
Uh,
Is it chicken stock or is it a tomato base? What is
it's
it?
a chicken stock.
Okay.
Chicken stock base. I don't want it to be just like a soup.
How are you going to get that? Because if you just got chicken stock, onions and chickpeas in there, it's not really going to go, from what I can gather, what you want it to be.
If I just leave it as it is and let it tick away for the whole time, it's still going to be a soupy stew, which is not what I want. Now I'm starting to second guess myself. I don't know if it's going to work. It's going to be like a jammy sort of number.
If you just got chicken stock, onions and chickpeas in there, it's not really going to go what you want it to be.
Okay. I'll have a think about it then.
Hurry up.
Okay. I'm looking at this Moroccan-inspired chickpea stew and, if I just leave it as it is and let it tick away for the whole time, it's still going to be a little bit of a soupy stew, which is not what I want. So in my head, I'm thinking, what can I use to thicken this up? I'm looking in the pantry for ideas and it hits me. Boy, something just fell. What better thing to use than the chickpeas themselves? I'm going to remove some of my chickpeas. I want to blitz a few of them down so that I can thicken up the sauce. I'm adding them back in and then I'm mixing it up, and then it's like this moment where I see it change consistency and it puts a smile on my face. This is exactly where I want this stew to go.
Really good. Stole all the spices. What'd you take? I'll bring it back.
Yeah, but what is it?
Turmeric.
Okay.
No, he thinks I'm going to give it back, but nah, not today.
So 2 hours left. My rainbow trout are curing.
So now, dal, I'm onto the dal.
This is familiar territory now, so I'm just ripping in, cutting up all the aromatics. Look, the judges always tell me Brent's punchy flavours, and that's what they're expecting every cook now. So this dal is very much my own take, very heavy in curry leaves. There's onion, tomato, fenugreek, turmeric, a little bit of cardamom, cumin and coriander. When those ingredients get together and party, yeah, it's going to be singing with flavour.
So, yeah, I'll get that fish in for the next 5 minutes. I've got to wash the brine off. I've got a good idea. I'm glad with that, and I know where I'm going.
What's on the bench over there? Is that a smoky thing on the bench? Yeah.
Look at that. Looks amazing.
Isn't it?
Declan, you've been waiting a while.
Yeah.
For your 3 hours, mate. She starts now. Come on.
Waiting for my turn. It's been real stressful. Let's see what I can do here. I really want to have that pearl barley shine through in the dessert. Sugar, coconut milk, and my aromatics. So I've been trying to think where grain has featured in a dessert throughout my life. Let's have a little look at what I can do here. I've had plenty of rice puddings growing up as a kid, and I'm just sort of going down that route. Rice is a grain, pearl barley is a grain. So if I can somehow turn this pearl barley into the rice pudding that I remember eating growing up, I may be able to create a dish that's going to wow the judges. The trickiest part of this dish is getting that consistency of the pearl barley pudding. You know, you don't want to overcook it and it be too gluggy and coagulated in the pudding. You don't want to undercook it and get like a nutty crunchiness to it. So hopefully I can pull it off. Boom.
Declan,
Andy, Jock, how are you?
Good, mate.
what's cooking?
I've got a pearl barley pudding
Yep.
with a fresh salsa on top.
Kind of like you would with a sago pudding or
Exactly.
a rice pudding.
Tapioca puddings,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
The concept of the pudding sounds great.
Yeah.
How long are you going to cook your barley for? Like, what texture are you going for here?
I still want there to be a bit of bite in that barley.
I know you want a bit of bite, but it still stays quite savoury until it releases. I think
Okay.
you definitely need to make sure it releases.
What Andy's trying to say, and I agree with, is the consistency. It needs to be the way a rice pudding is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mate,
Yeah.
who would have thought, mate,
I know.
that getting into finals week
Yeah.
could come down to you making a dessert?
That's it.
Out of pearl barley.
Out of pearl barley. This is a weird but could be wonderful dessert, and the consistency and the texture of barley is going to be the most important part of this dish. So I need to pull off the cook on that perfectly.
Hey, Decky,
Yeah, what do you got for me, mate?
you just be careful with your dessert. You don't give them all barley belly.
Things are heating up in here. Brent, you've only got 1 hour till service. Let's go.
Look, I'm getting there. My dal's in the pot, simmering away.
Fair bit to do. I still got to get my temper ready and then start my little salsa on top.
I check on the trout. You can see the edges are starting to sort of look opaque and just a little bit set, but in the middle, it's still raw. It's going to need another 10 minutes.
Yeah, look, the fish, I still need to pull the bones out, pull off the skin, get it into portions. So, yeah, I'm going to be pushing it.
Smells good.
Yeah, it's got all those smells, doesn't it?
Yeah, all
That's what we
the
want.
smell. Yeah, yeah.
The good part about being in such a rustic environment is that I'm inspired to cook some rustic food, and this is definitely my sort of style of food, which I love. So I've got my chickpea stew ticking away. The flavours are absolutely peaking, and this is exactly what I want. I'm just rounding off my meat for my lamb shanks, and I'm going to get them in the pressure cooker right now. As I'm searing off my lamb, I can smell the aromas. I've also got some spices toasting off in a pan. Everything's going into these pressure cookers because I'm packing in that flavour like the judges want. Okay, cool. Whew.
Finally, the timer goes off. I pull the trout out. I'm a little bit nervous, but it is perfect.
Concentration level right now is through the roof. I just can't have bones through this trout, and the bones are sort of not really. Oh, there it is there. Swap sides.
Brent, fish cooked.
Yep.
Oh, they look good, mate.
Yeah,
that looks epic. What about the bones?
Yep, get all the bones out.
You're going to have to watch your time with this because
Yeah,
it's
man.
going to suck the time.
You got about less than 20 minutes to go. You got to start looking at finishing your dal, balancing your little temper.
Yep.
This is such a good dish.
Yep.
It's just down to the trout and the time.
Yep, thanks.
Oh my God. I know I've got so much to do. But the worst thing is a bone in a fish. It'll wreck the experience.
Go, Brent. Come on, Brent. Let's go.
So yeah, time is my enemy right now.
Well, this is going to blow things up. Brent, you got 15 minutes till service.
Come on, mate.
So I've had my pearl barley bubbling away with a bit of cinnamon and some star anise. Now I add in the coconut milk to start building that rice pudding consistency. I'm thinking it should take about 45 minutes until it's cooked. And I'll be serving the pudding with a salsa element. Plums, plums, plums. I think for a fresh element, the plums, it's got that sour tartness to it that could go well in this salsa with maybe some of the peach. That might work. I'm thinking, how else can I elevate this dish? So I'm going to make a dashi syrup with some dried shiitake mushrooms and palm sugar. Oh, dashi water. To give that depth of umami to the salsa. All right. There is a lot going on in this tiny dish, but I think it's all going to come together well.
How you going, Decky?
Yeah, it's coming along, mate. Who would have thought? Barley and a dessert.
I'm surprised that you didn't do a fish for dessert, to be honest. I've got my Moroccan-inspired chickpea stew ticking away. My lamb shanks are in the pressure cooker. And I'm making a flatbread as well. What I'm going to do, I've got some really beautiful flour here. And I'm going to be adding some fenugreek seeds and then some preserved lemon, which is going to add just an element of freshness to the bread as well. It's just going to be really nice. And then serve some lemon rind on it. It's just elevated a fair bit, so it's going to be nice. I want it to be the Spice Factory today. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking flavour, 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 and I'm packing it in every single element so that there's never a dull moment in this dish. Can't afford to take my foot off the accelerator, that is for sure, but if I keep this pace up, I'm good.
Look lively, fellas, because your diners are arriving.
It looks stunning.
It
looks so glossy and beautiful.
So it's almost time for service. I've finally finished deboning these rainbow trout.
This needs temper.
Right now, I've got so much to do.
Yeah, just mayhem, trying to get everything done. Still got to balance that, get my temper ready. Don't need salt.
My temper oil will help really bring out the spice in the dal. The mushrooms, chili, and the mustard are going to add another layer of umami. It's just going to take just a little bit longer, but it'd be all worth it.
Service starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, mate.
Time for service, and I'm looking over at Brent, and he's running a bit behind, and he really looks a bit under the pump over there.
Right now, I am going like a one-arm bricklayer. I am absolutely hammering. I'm tasting, seasoning.
So this, you know, really needs to be in the face of the judges. Flavour galore.
The dal with the temper, it tastes good, but it's almost just missing that final thing to just elevate massively. So I'm making a last-minute vinaigrette just to give that final little kick of acidity.
Wow. So I've just let them wait a little bit longer. I really wanted to get that balance. Those extra little things, it's better off doing that than just a touch late.
Everything's done. It is now plating time. I'm laying a couple of spoonfuls of that dal down on that bottom as that base. The beautiful smoked rainbow trout with those zesty herbs through it. That goes on top. And then that vinaigrette. So every spoonful is dal, trout, vinaigrette. Delicious.
Hello, service please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our entree from Brent, Sri Lankan dal with hot smoked rainbow trout and tempered oil.
Smells nice. Smokiness.
It does, it smells stunning.
As you can see by my empty bowl, I rather enjoyed that. The dal, let's talk about that first. He's taken a lot of care in both this level of spice and also the blend of spices he's used. There isn't any one that particularly sticks its nose out more than the other. Consequently, it is a beautiful foundation for that hot smoked trout that he's done, which is cooked absolutely beautifully. Stunning, delicate, fall apart, lightly smoked trout. He's dressed it with this temper, which almost sort of uplifted the smokiness in the fish and tied beautifully in along with the dal.
This is an excellent dish. It's a dish of elegant complexity. The spices are playing so beautifully together. There's a really lovely harmony about what's going on there. And what I love is that this was light, it was refreshing, and it was a really personal take on some very familiar flavours and textures, as only Brent can do.
I think this has shown Brent's maturity in cooking. He knows when to just drive the flavour up, then he knows when to pull back. How he treated that fish was exceptional. The cook on it, the smoke on it, the quick brine on it, unreal.
I think he did extraordinarily well.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Smells beautiful.
I can see Brent's dishes are going out. I am so close to serving my food.
He didn't give me the turmeric back.
I was worried in the beginning about getting this Moroccan-inspired chickpea stew, the right thickness, but it is exactly how I want it to be.
Tastes so good.
So the moment of truth, we've got to have a look at these lamb shanks. Smell, bang, hits me. The shanks are like perfect.
Well, yeah, it's punchy.
This is a hearty stew. You've got another hearty meat on top of that. So now I want to add some freshness to really lift this dish. So I'm mixing parsley, mint, some preserved lemon. That'll add some brightness to this dish because that's what it needs.
How's it looking?
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah?
And then I'm just going to load that on top.
Okay, what do you got in here?
Mint, parsley, and preserved lemon.
I just picked up a handful.
Yeah.
No preserved lemon.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Rethink this. So in every bite, you'll be able to taste each component.
Yeah.
I think that this dish hangs on the seasoning of that and how this comes together.
Yeah.
My herb salad's not working, so I've got to try and fix it. But I am running out of time. This is not where I want to be.
I just picked up a handful.
Yeah.
No preserved lemon.
Yeah.
Rethink this.
Okay.
I think that this dish hangs on the seasoning of that and how this comes together.
Okay. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
I'm looking at the clock. I am running out of time. I need to dig deep and think fast.
Okay. Now,
This dish needs a fresh element. So, you know, I've already got this beautifully chopped salad and I don't want to waste it. So I decided to make it into more of a salsa, more of a chimichurri sort of vibe. So I'm now adding some oil, adding some loads of lemon. So it's going to be, you know, really nice and punchy when it hits your palate instead of being kind of like just like herbs or anything. So it's like this slap of lemon, the mint, the parsley, and it's going to be perfect for this dish.
Service, please. Whew. The last plates have gone out, and it's a big relief.
Holy early. That was massive. Big push, big tin shed. Yeah, I'm so relieved. I'd be lying if I said that, you know, I didn't come back to this competition to, you know, show that I'm strong and I can make it all the way. You know, that's the end goal. So hopefully today, you know, catapults me into it.
So I'm ticking off my elements. My peach and plum salsa with the dashi syrup is ready for service. This is going to go in the fridge. All right, toasted caramel. And just to elevate my dish as much as I can, I'm incorporating toasted barley into my caramel so that pearl barley flavour is front and centre. Yeah, that's more than enough caramel now. I check on my pearl barley for the pudding, but it's still not soft. I've really got to keep working on this barley cook. This is the make or break it for the dish. I thought max 45 minutes, so yeah, it's crazy. Just the coconut milk. I'm going to add 1 more cup. This pearl barley has been cooking for nearly 2 hours. I'm starting to worry that it may not cook in time. You know, I just want this coconut milk to reduce down and soak into those barley pearls.
Now it's time to plate up. I'm putting a ladle of my chickpea stew on the bottom, my flaked lamb on top of that. I hit it with a little bit of that beautiful liquid reduction that the lamb shanks have been cooking in. I then put that salsa verde on top, dot some yogurt all around. I add my flatbread. This is exactly the way I want it to look. Service, please. Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Well, well, well.
Well, here's our main from Theo, chickpea and lamb stew, spiced flatbread and yogurt.
Wow. Can I just say, how good does this smell?
Yeah, unbelievable.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm dying to get into this. Look at that. This is it. You did it. The chickpeas, again, are the star of the show. The spice of the cinnamon and the cumin and the smoked paprika that he talked about are just singing in the background. The lamb, like, can you cook a shank better than that? And just pulling it and then elegantly, you know, placing it over the top of that beautiful chickpea stew.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad he got to where he did with the herb kind of preserved lemon sauce, because you know, it gives it the freshness, it gives it the zing that it needs. And then flatbread, you know, we knew that was going to be good. Folding some fenugreek through the dough has really just linked it to that chickpea stew.
Look, it's an extraordinary plate of food when the chickpeas are the star of the show, and lamb, which is almost always the crowning glory on a plate, is second fiddle, because the stew itself is extraordinary.
evolved this into a dish that really speaks to the authenticity of who Theo is becoming as a cook, and it's truly wonderful.
Amazing. This is a dish fitting of this room. If you think of chickpeas, they were cooking until...
Just then?
Just then.
Yeah.
So, you know, his choice to leave them just ticking over till just the right moment. That's the entire cook. He didn't lose his bottle, he just kept going. And then he chose to actually get the sauce from the lamb shanks back in a pan, reduce it even further. He then used to fold in together all the shredded lamb. For me, this was what the genius part about it. That move there meant that the lamb didn't disappear into the chickpea stew. And then, you know, this sort of parsley, preserved lemon sort of guy that he's just put a little bit of that in. Delicious. What a day to do it.
How you going, Theo?
Good, mate.
Getting it out on time?
Yeah.
Good stuff, brother. Maybe another 15 minutes on this, so I get that texture of the barley that I'm after. I'm up next, and this pearl barley pudding is taking a lot longer to soften up than I thought. Far out. It's still not ready. The texture that I'm going to finish with on the barley is the most important part of this dish. I'm aiming for the consistency of that rice pudding I had as a kid. I'm not going to know to the final minutes if this has worked out, so that is a bit stressful because if it isn't right, it's too late to fix the dish.
How many have I done? I don't know. Service, please. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, mate. Oh, man, that was intense. Like, it just sort of hit me, you know, top 5, everything I've done, all the love, all the blood, sweat is in that dish today, and I'm so proud of it.
Cream, caramel, whisk. All my elements are pretty much done. I've just been waiting for my pearl barley to soften up. Look, I think it's been about 2 hours. Stressing out big time. Finally, it's cooked. It's all sort of moulded together by the beautiful coconut milk. I wanted this barley to still have a bit of texture to it, like a little bit of chew. It's soft, but it's definitely got texture to it, and the coconut cream and barley are as one. So I just hope when I present it, it's everything that I was hoping. Now's the moment of truth. First up for service, I get my pearl barley pudding in a nice circle, and then I'm adding a spoonful of that fresh plum salsa with some more dashy sugar syrup around the outside. A little bit of there. And then I'm finishing it off, sprinkling over some toasted barley and coconut flakes with it. So, we'll go up to the diner, we'll place it down, and it's just a rich, thick caramel, and we'll just go back and forth. All right, thanks, guys. As these plates are going out off the pass, I'm happy they're leaving. And that I featured that pearl barley not only in the pudding, but in that caramel sauce. I do like the taste of it, but like, it's quite unusual. So I hope that the judges and all the diners will enjoy it.
Our dessert from Declan, pearl barley coconut pudding, peach and plum salsa, and pearl barley caramel. Look at the colour of it.
to say that is a sensational dessert.
So good.
Wow.
The cook on the pearl barley in the pudding is excellent. He stirred that hot every 2 minutes for 3 hours. And if he hadn't, it would have burned in, what, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
There's then the right amount of that salsa being put on top of it, and some of the juices from the salsa pulled around the outside. I think what he's been very clever to do, though, is actually accentuate more of the pearl barley through this amazing caramel. It is roasty, toasty, nutty pearl barley in comparison to the luxurious, velvety, coconutty version that we see in the pudding.
May I say, this looks beautiful.
It looks unreal.
Looks pretty good.
I'm so happy for him. This is a perfect symphony of flavours going on. There's this deep, savoury, rich, decadent quality about this dessert, but it's still refreshing and therefore perfect. You're tasting the mint, you're tasting the lime, the coconut, the plum. It's all there. There is just so much complexity and it's all discernible, but together it's just a magical bite of food. It's insanely good.
I feel like Declan's whole competition has kind of led him to this dessert right here. He's been the guy who's super laid back, you know, loves a joke, doesn't like to take anything too serious, never really lets on how much he wants it, but I really feel like as soon as he got dessert today, he was game on.
Yeah.
You know, he knew it was going to be a challenge. He knew that he wanted to do, you know, our surroundings justice. And I think he really just drew a line in the sand and said, I want to win this.
All right, service please, last 2. How good is that? I'm done. It was bloody exhausting. I didn't really know what to do when I got given dessert and barley, but I knew I had to make it work, and I'm really proud of what I put together. This has given me a great amount of confidence if I were to make it into that finals week.
Wow, wow, wow. What a meal. 3 amazing dishes, and what a fitting place as well for them to produce the best food that they've ever produced in this competition.
Yeah, they really did these grains justice. They're battle ready for finals week, all 3 of them, but we have to pick one.
Well, what better way to round off our road trip with a once-in-a-lifetime meal in a truly spectacular location. This building that was built to house grains became the setting to celebrate them. And celebrate them you did. All 3 of you really stepped it up today. Picking the winner today was so challenging. But it's the kind of challenge that we love. So, we'll start with entree. Brent, you got to choose your grain and course, and you used that advantage to great effect. Your trout was expertly cooked, as were the lentils, and the spice mix was masterfully balanced. But your last-minute vinaigrette was the star of the show. It took the dish from good to great.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Over to the mains, and Theo, your chickpea stew was flawless. And it was the star of the show, which was surprising because the lamb was so tender, beautifully cooked, and full of flavour. It was your best dish in the competition so far by a Victorian country mile. Well done. Declan, you were really handed the short end of the stick by drawing desserts. And creating a dessert that makes pearl barley shine is no easy feat. But we can't overstate how impressive you were today. You dedicated yourself to the task and you smashed it out of the shed.
Thank you so much.
The pearl barley pudding was luxurious. The salsa was stunning, but that caramel, it was complex, it was interesting, and it was an intelligent expression of pearl barley in the most exciting way. And what you brought us was a perfect 10, which is why, Declan, congratulations, you're the winner!
Declan, you are the first contestant into finals week of MasterChef 2023.
That was one hell of a cook, and getting desserts and barley at the beginning of the day, I didn't know what the hell I was going to do, so I really had to switch on. And I'm going up against like such wonderful cooks, like the best cooks in Australia right now. It's emotional, but I really put those emotions behind me today coming into the cook, and I think that helped me execute every element.
I think today for us, it was not the first time, but it was the most obvious that we've seen you switch on.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as the challenge was set, as soon as the time started, you were zoned in. And come Sunday, mate, you'll be sitting pretty up on the gantry while the rest of these guys battle it out for the last 3 spots in finals week. Well done.
Well done, boys.
Well done, mate.
Sunday night on MasterChef Australia.
I'm going to fight for this and I'm going to get into finals week straight up.
It's a black apron battle for survival.
I've got a lot more in the tank. I feel like I can go all the way.
Will it be their final cook in the MasterChef kitchen?
It needs to be crowning glory kind of stuff.
Or a ticket into finals week?
I'm not going down without a fight, I tell you.
There's one more secret weapon up my sleeve.
This is the thing that could send you home.